Trump's ambitions in Greenland and the Panama Canal amid climate change. Climate change poses a global threat, increasing extreme weather events like heat waves, droughts, hurricanes, and floods. Two locations that President Trump aims to control are Greenland and the Panama Canal, both of which are significantly affected by climate change. Common challenges: both regions face imminent challenges due to climate change, impacting shipping and global maritime trade, with 6% of trade passing through the Panama Canal. Over the past 2 decades, Greenland has experienced unprecedented ice melting, with approximately 28,000 square kilometers of ice lost. Projections suggest that a 1 degree Celsius rise in global temperatures could raise sea levels by 2.5 meters, posing massive implications worldwide. Impact on the Panama Canal: Greenland's changes could negatively affect the Panama Canal, which is also facing threats from rising sea levels and decreased water levels due to climate change. Prolonged droughts have led to historically low water levels in Gatun Lake, prompting authorities to impose restrictions on ship passage. Trump's perspective: Trump dismisses climate change as a hoax and views the environmental risks as opportunities for enhancing global trade. He believes that global warming increases the significance of Greenland and the Panama Canal for shipping routes, while overlooking environmental consequences. The decline in Arctic sea ice has already increased shipping traffic by 37% over the past decade, prompting interest from other powers like China and Russia in new trade routes. In Greenland, melting ice opens areas for oil and gas drilling, attracting international interest despite environmental concerns. Trump's frustrations with the Panama Canal include high tolls imposed on U.S. ships, which he attributes to climate challenges. Zekalari notes that Trump's interest in these regions implies an acknowledgement of climate change, but the accelerating consequences pose challenges to his ambitions, as reaching a tipping point in climate change may have irreversible effects. British colonial scheme in Syria: a climate change scenario. In light of climate change that could lead to parts of England being submerged, one might envision the British government looking for new lands to accommodate displaced populations. Among the options considered, Syria may emerge as a strategic destination. Here are the potential reasons for choosing Syria as a suitable location for Britain in this scenario. Climate change and rising sea levels. If England experiences devastating levels of sea rise due to climate change, the government will be compelled to seek solutions to adapt to these changes. It will be essential to find new areas to accommodate displaced individuals and secure resources necessary for living. Syria's strategic geographic location. Syria's unique geographic location, situated at the crossroads of Asia, Europe, and Africa, enhances its importance as a strategic hub for trade and transportation, promoting Britain's efforts to expand its influence. Natural resources and fertility. Syria is rich in natural resources, including water and fertile land, making it an ideal destination for agriculture and food production. In adverse climatic conditions, England will need to ensure food and health resources for displaced populations. Colonial history and previous relationships. Britain has a long history of presence in the Middle East, providing it with prior knowledge of the region and relationships with certain demographics. This history could facilitate adaptation and integration into Syrian society. Proximity to Israel and its influence. With Israel located next to Syria and being a prominent regional power, the British might consider Israel as a potential ally that could facilitate the process of colonization and interaction in the area. Strategic relations with Israel could enhance Britain's position in any future endeavors.